it's not locked anyway. Oh, it's the yeah.
DINOS.
Yeah.
You think driving a boat on that map is the same?
I mean, in terms of sat cal going around on a boat, I mean, I think they don't have capacity on the vanilla boats. They don't have capacity, and they deliberately don't have capacity because they don't want people to use them as mobile bases, which I think is you know, I'm fine with that. But yeah, it seems to be that the engine. I'm trying to remember now. I think they said the engine wears out over time, but I don't think the engine can be damaged. Oh no, sorry. The engine can be shot. The engine can be shot and ruined, but the actual boat itself seems to be like bulletproof. You know, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're adding them into the game. You know, don't get me wrong. There's obviously got to be reasons to use them, though. You know, on Chinaris, you know, with the exception of one river leading up towards Krona, where you basically got to push it over, you know, bits of land a few times. You know, it's only the sea you can actually go around in, and in that sea there is a grand total of Debug Island and Scaliste, and that's it. You know what I mean? There's not any cool features, obviously, but I know community servers can add them in, but official can't. So, like, for official, it's like, oh, we've added boats on Chinaris. The only thing that's going to help with is if people want to waste more time finding a boat and then travelling from the southwest corner to the northeast corner, rather than just respawn.
Yeah,
You know,
killing themselves.
then again, I suppose with with official having the annoying spawn mechanics where everybody spawns in the same town for 10 minutes and then everybody spawns in a different town for 10 minutes after that. You know, I suppose maybe it is better on official, but on community, as I say, you know, you just, you know, any of them that have the old spawn system, you just spawn somewhere random every single time, rather than being the same town, and plus you don't have that. As I say, I mean, Livonia has no use for it at all, Chinaris has literally no use for it at all unless community servers, and Sakal will surely have the use for it, but if the only thing on those islands are those military containers that contain Western weapons, which are events that may or not be there, at the moment I'm sat there thinking like, Sakal should have at least one oil rig, one submarine that you can visit, you know, like Namalsk, etc. It needs to have things that are out in the water. And as I say, with so much of the actual map area you've covered with ice sheets, admittedly, I mean, there might be stuff out there people haven't found yet, but I find it really hard to believe they'd have something really, really, really cool, which they're waiting for people to find, and you know, it's it's not the it's not something people have actually found yet. I don't know. Maybe they have, but I find it really hard to believe.
That the whole community is gatekeeping.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to just sound constantly negative about it, but like, I'm enjoying watching the streamers and the interactions they're having, what you're having with people, etc. But the first time I saw there being an actual blizzard on the map, I was like, fucking hell, that looks fantastic on PC. Being the key part of it on PC, on people who've got, you know, 4090 fucking PCs, etc. And you sit there thinking like, fucking hell, can the actual full console look comparably decent, or will that be, you know, will that be less? But yeah, I mean, as I say, you know, I'm not. I get excited when Adam Cook's doing a fucking Deadfall run or something like that. I get excited. I go, oh, what, I really want to watch this. I'm not, you know, someone's if he's on the mouse. When he's playing Sakal, other than when he's playing with Dystopian, I'm only watching because of how funny them two are together. Do you know what I mean? I'm not watching because I want to see what they get up to or what they find on Sakal, because admittedly, there really isn't that much at the moment. As I say, if the devs come out like the day before release and say something like, yeah, we've held some stuff back, you'll have to find out about it when you buy it and actually play it, you know, I think people aren't going to react, you know what I mean? I don't think people are going to react well to that, because, you know, everybody was saying before on that, if they don't allow people to view it early, that's because, you know, it's shit and they don't want people to see how bad it is beforehand. So they made this big thing of, you know, like, oh, we're going to give streamers 2 weeks of access, because we want to show people how good it is, and then it obviously isn't. You know, it's the thing. There's very little to it, and
No good.
yeah, it's like, okay. I think having so many streamers on there disappointed, or kind of like, if everybody knew the meta, on, let's say, the second day, and knew that there was literally fuck all on the other islands, blah 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 blah, I don't think many of them would still actually be playing it now, other than the ones who were just complete fucking shills, you know, or employed by fucking Bohemia like fucking Marks anyway. And I think like the smoke, first time he went to the bunker was this morning, wasn't it? The running man's only been to the bunker once, and he's not been in a situation where he can get into any of the extra rooms yet. You know, and again, you know, if they would actually, I don't know, if they would read a bit of meta, and I'm sure they just want to figure it out themselves, but unfortunately, you know, it's not very, you know, when your entire fucking, you know, the majority of people watching the stream know what they need to do, and they don't know what to do, and they don't want to be told. I think it's a bit silly, really, you know. And then it's certainly, if they get people, if they not ban people, but if they mute people for meta, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, guys. But the running man still thinks he needs a fucking spark plug, even though it's a glow plug he needs. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that is just dealing with a few zombies.
Always appreciate me a good spoiler. Oh,
Well, I think
don't have to sit there for hours and hours looking.
I think, you know, I get the argument that some people might want to figure it all out for themselves, right? But with how much they would have to figure out for themselves on this map, and all the fucking RNG, and the fact that if they don't know where to go for these things, then I'm making interactions by not necessarily killing people. You know, they're more likely to sometimes fight. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you bump into someone you just met, etc. in game, and you've got a glow plug, and they're like, oh right, I'm trying to find a glow plug. I think some people might not actually say, I've got one, because even, you know, they might be there thinking, oh, I'm going to be logging off soon, I'm not going to be on for very long with this person, I don't want this person to try to just take them, you know, kill me to take it off me, because I can't do a run. You know, I'm not, again, I know what you're saying about, you know, different streamers will do different things, different ways, but at the moment, I don't even think it's the capacity changes and the other stuff I don't like, you know, coming with the patch that is putting me off it. I think it's literally that the map isn't, it's got a very small bunker, which seems to only spawn 3 guns inside there, to go with the 2 other guns that they're the only 2, well, the other 3 guns, the only other 3 guns you find outside the bunks, which are the Mo's in the fucking AK-74 and the SKS. And it's like, at the moment, it seems to be a 6 guns. Oh, sorry, no, on the Vicar as well, 7 guns. And if you think about vanilla Dayz, there's a lot more guns than that. I just don't like it. You know, like if you're going through and all you're finding is Vicar ammo or Mosin ammo, and and you sat there thinking, I need AK-74 and SKS ammo, but you can't find it because everybody's using the same guns and everybody's picking it up. The only way you're getting it is by killing other
Shooting
players.
someone.
And in that scenario, you've got to have the ammo to fucking shoot them, haven't you? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I do accept, you know, there's kind of like, we want to leave some things after release so everything isn't spoiled. Right, but if they're doing that, fine, tell people. Just tell people, this is an early build of the map. There are some features, some locations, maybe some, you know, some events that are not enabled at the moment. There are some items that you can't find in game, etc. so far. And then at least when people sit there and go, I can't find this, I can't find that, like gas masks or whatever, at least they can sit there and go, well, they did say some of the things weren't actually going to be in the game. But instead, they haven't done that, and people are complaining about not being able to find, you know, like dropping gear for fucking NBC gear. Sorry, loot for NBC gear, and not being able to find a fucking mask or filter to get it up and running.
Yeah, I don't know about that. When you told, or I think it was you who I heard from, that said there's no mass or
Yeah, masks or
filters.
filters. Yeah, yeah.
on map, but I did see like all the other shit. Fucking
Yeah, you
crazy.
can get the entire white
Like, why the
suits.
fuck would you? Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get the actual mask or filters. And even off the NBC zombies that have at the power plant, even though it's not a toxic zone, you can't get.
With the filters on them.
Yeah, which again, absolutely, I would normally have a nil chance of dropping a filter.
Oh man, you know what we should have done? We should have went diving. I don't know if it's actually worth it, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I think we don't really know what we're going to get from it, and because we don't know if it's like the vanilla DIY experience for diving, which admittedly I don't know too much about, or if it is, you know, like if it's like unique to this server or there's something. I don't know. So I go for that.
Ooh.
Snafu mount. Able to what? Snafu mount.
Well, that's for like your AKs to mount normal
Oh.
normal scopes for other guns.
Oh, wow, okay. Do you need that for any of your guns? I don't really need it for any of mine, to be fair.
I don't really.
Because I mean,
on
I've got like the AK side mount thing. There must be two different ones, fair enough. But yeah, I've got the AK side mount and then the Spectre on this. One over.
There's a couple. I know there's like
yeah. It's a
I think there's one for the S. Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, I think the Mosin and the SK is the same mount, isn't it? If I remember rightly. I can't remember now, to be fair. It's the thing, I never really use those two weapons. Brown wood caravan kits. A caravan? Oh, right, it's one of those things. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. Good to okay. I'll have a quick. Oh, there's
Take him out.
Zombies just spawned in. Come on.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Right, I don't know how these guys have spawned in considering that we've got lots around us at the moment. How did he run off to? There's one more. Was there anything decent in that, or was it just
NES controller, Rolex number 3 out of 6,
oh, a Rolex?
Napoleon statue, wine bottle, and Intel folders.
Right, okay. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. So you've been going to these bunkers, yeah?
When you say bunkers,
Bunkers to the north of us?
Bunkers to the
At the
north.
ruins?
I haven't been to that one yet, to be fair. No, I've just been coming to this area, really.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much time you got left?
I
think we could.
About 20 minutes or so.
Okay, but you said you can spawn out anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind. Okay,
Ooh.
very nice, yeah.
You don't have the axes, so it's a little bit
Okay.
harder to look.
Yeah.
What is that? A carrot?
Oh,
Oh! Oh, you
use
see
a
what's in
link
my hand?
bracelet. Right, okay.
I lost my last one.
On the 1 kilogram, that's a lot of gold. So what slot do you actually wear that on then? Do you wear that on your armband slot or something, or?
Can't wear it.
Ah, okay.
Sellable.
Right.
See what I got here.
Let's have a look. What in God's... What? Wait a minute. What is that? Oh, it's a spaceship. Ah. I don't know
Sword.
which spaceship that is, to be fair, but fair enough. Right. What, you wait a minute, have you got a bottle of bubbler there?
Damn, I wonder if they...
What do you think?
We could probably make it there and back in 20.
Yeah, we can try, yeah. So,
I'll show you my solo loot cycling route.
yeah, no worries, that'll be good to know. That one, when we were driving to and from the trader really helped.
Yeah, it does.
As I say, I think early on in that next wipe, you know, we could find 3 survivors in that, and that's potentially like 28k, isn't it? You know, it's like, you know, a third of the way over to getting one of the vanilla vehicles.
Yeah. So I'll loot that whole military right there and then I'll come to this bridge down here.
Right.
Ooh. Got the eagle.
Well, the eagle, which one's gold or the silver?
It's like flat.
Oh, right, nice. And what's it called?
Looks fucking different. Let me see here. Ooh, it's not in my pistol.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went. I can't find it.
Could it
Oh, it
have
is
gone
plat.
on your
Or,
backpack? Could it be on your backpack? You've got that.
silver.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
not plat.
Ah,
It looked dark as fuck when I picked it up though.
right.
Like black. Alright, so straight across this.
This bridge here, right? Okay. Yeah, we're cutting out. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right. Is there any what field jacket?
I don't really loot this
yeah.
area because it's not the right
Yeah,
word.
like lower level.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes like the clothing can have like big stacks of ammo that are equivalent to like 2 to 3 boxes, can't they? But that's the thing. You're taking the ammo. You're not necessarily taking the actual clothing, are you? Even if it is military ones.
There's a castle up here.
Right.
somewhere.
I think I've seen
But
these marks on the map, but I've never been to it. Yeah.
unfortunately, there's nothing really too hot
It's
in the
just like a
castle.
visual thing. It's not actually. It doesn't spawn loot.
Oh, it does, but it's not anything like
Yeah.
worth stopping for.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I think I've maybe found a tundra there before, but nothing
Yeah, that's
like.
about as good as you'll get at like hunting, locations in the city. Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the map.
It's alright.
Seeing if we could see the bunkers at least. But no.
Yeah, I've been at rejoining some of the big PC server, the ones who make the servers, so like Zero and all that sort of stuff, Daisy Zero, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
See, obviously, I'm sure the majority of them will have SACL servers on early on. I just want to see if any of them are going to be. I need to find ones where they're not lightly modded, like Zero is admittedly. So there's more chance of finding a SACL server that has unlimited stamina, that has the modded increased slot clothing, etc., etc. To try to make, the experience more like what it would have been before this patch.
Right.
As I say, I'm not asked about, the predatory conditions, but I don't know.
These bunkers. They, a bunch of them spawn here.
Well, these had very, very, very high tier loot, didn't they, at the Area 42?
LVOA 556.
Oh.
That's good.
I think the question is like, I need to figure out which ones are like the better versions of the 556 and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I know an M4 is an M4 end of the day, but there's that many different ones. I know you said you prefer like the ADAR one, don't you? And Onyx prefers the 556 carbine, or carbine, however you say it, which has more words after that, etc. But I suppose really they're all just the same, aren't they? They look different, but they all are basically the same gun.
Yeah. It's that shooter's mindset,
Yeah.
Just gotta
More bandage there, yeah.
good
Very
with
nice.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like loot cycle this shit.
Yeah.
I literally will take everything, run down to one end.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like a fuck ton of. We found pretty good stuff in the broken houses too.
Right. This is the thing, I think these little bunkers seem to be a gold mine for loot. Like, literally, like if we had went to Area 42, landed on the side that we left from, where you said we should just land there, and just checking a few of those bunkers, I think we would have found the things, well, we did find the things we were after, didn't we? We found the things we were after, literally instantly, i.e. MDGs, and didn't have to, we could have literally gone, right, we've got what we needed, we could have got at that point, couldn't we? If we were just needing MPGs, etc. So,
Right.
yeah. Say thanks to the code in Discord, I can check to see the new files, see if they have anything to mitigate or toggle off the capacity changes on console without having to actually buy a console server again to, allow me to do it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I say, I'm just kind of curious because obviously I know Visor said he's wanting to get it, and he's wanting to find a console server for it. But this is the thing, isn't it? I think at the moment I don't particularly want to buy it once. Who cares twice? Just because I'm annoyed with the you know, the direction of the game they've had this time. But I suppose if I am going to eventually buy it once we find the right server to play it on, it's more than likely going to be on PC, isn't it? Just so we can mitigate those clothing reductions, you know, and maybe have some more cool things modded in, which we can't really have on console. Or maybe just that the performance is better, you know, on the PC servers than it would be on the console one. So I'm really not. I don't know at the
Probably,
moment.
but it's still, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna get it,
Yeah.
and I'll be playing it, not 24/7,
Yeah.
because I like to freshen things up, but
Yeah.
you guys don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, it's the thing, isn't it? I mean, I think, you know, I've never played. Well, no, I've never played Namal other than the, you know, the B++ server. I think that obviously Namal's is getting updated to the, you know, to 1.26 as well on the 15th, and that's going to bring it a bit more closer to the new issues and new problems that you have. You know, like etc. Yeah. But I just don't know at the moment, because we're not going to get everybody in the faction to buy it, and I don't think we're also going to get even half the faction to buy it on one particular platform, because I think there's going to be potential Electrum and Rise who would consider getting it on console, and then there's more likely going to be me, you, Onyx, who would consider getting it on PC.
Pretty sure Letcher was all for getting a PC until, I don't know, something happened.
Yeah.
Ever since then he's been PC hating.
Yeah.
Which is fair too, you know, like the huge Xbox guy.
Yeah. As I say, you know, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do the grinding on a server. I think it's just that question of, if we're going to split a time between two different servers where we'll need to grind for all that sort of stuff, I don't know. I just wish I knew if the capacity changes were a toggle on console. I wish I could see people playing it on console now to see what the performance is like, so I could make a, you know, a decision. Is it actually playable on console, etc. You know, when it's like a Blizzard, etc. And as I say, I just wish that if there is stuff that's held back from the map at the moment, that like the toxic zone or whatever, that they just announce that would be the case for this, because obviously, you know.
Slot backpack if you want it here.
You say swap backpacks? You say? Oh.
80 slot.
Let me think now. What's the spare one I've got? And is it 90 or 80? It is.
I would just.
It's 90. It's 90. The blue camelback ones are 90. So yeah, I'll leave
Yeah.
it myself. Yeah.
Take it.
No worries.
In case.
Yeah. You can always sell it, can't we, if you don't need it as a spare, whatnot. But
Yeah. So yeah, those are pretty much the bunkers. If you run, you could literally run down one way, pick up all the shit like we just did, and ran back and all of it. Just
right, yeah, just
respawn.
doing like a big circle or something like that, and then yeah, what was thinking?
That's pretty much, that's it. I think there's one more bunker over here, yeah.
Right.
And we're good to go.
Yeah. Spot on.
Get you back.
Yeah.
It's a lot of gas gear.
Yeah.
Usually 3 things spawn in a bunker each time.
Yes. Yeah,
But you sit here cycling for a while, you get, once you get through it a time or two, then it's like there's a 1 gun out of the 3 items, like
yeah.
it's or something good, I should say, not just a gun, but sometimes like armor.
Well, that's the thing. I think in terms of finding the actual, you know, the fancy MMG armor, I think other than the one you kindly given me, I think I've only found actually one of them. No, I think I found 2 of them, but one of them was the police one, which I left because it had, I don't think that was as high protection. But again, I'm sure, you know, if we were to run around Area 42 or more of the military areas, we'll find more of them.
I was thinking we could have probably went there, but maybe we'll just head
if you
there
get into
later.
an engagement, you know what I mean? That's the thing, isn't it, at the moment? It's just at the time, really. But yeah, again, I'm not going to say point blank I'm not going to buy Sakal, but I can't see myself buying it on console at all. just because I don't want to have to play on DayZ console with that reduced capacity, and you know, that sort of shit. I've just no interest, you know, in that. I think for PC there would need to be good community servers which are you know, unlimited stamina and have modded clothing, which means, you know, we're not asked about the reduced capacity clothing because we've got modded ones. And I'd also probably say there needs to be more stuff on the map, whether it be extra toxic zones, oil rigs, you know, stuff to actually do on the map other than just drive around islands and go, yep, nothing on this island, yep, nothing on that island either. Where is all
telling you, dude, there's gotta be something missing.
Yeah.
There's gotta.
It's the question of like, why is it
That's
missing,
what they do
you know?
too. They've done that shit in the past. They'll put things in and then think about it long term, where it's like,
well,
what are those little
before?
bunkers?
Was it Bunny Man? I can't remember who it was. One of the streamers said something about the lines of Livonia still needs more work, and arguably I still would say I think Livonia at most is half finished. They're just giving up and did the south in, you know, in but they've already spent times updating that to have a bunker on it, didn't they? And they still, I mean, that's been out. I mean, how long's Livonia been out now? Is it 5 years? Because
I don't know, but the bunker on Sakal doesn't even look like
no,
cool,
it's
bro.
literally
That's like the smallest bunker.
Yeah, like one long room with 4 little side rooms. The 4th room, number 4, seems to be the best room in terms of it seems to have the most spawn points and things in there. And that's the thing, you know. You know, there was stuff that what was it? Robo said that there was. And again, maybe he got the wrong end of the stick when he was looking at the files, but there were things in there such as like missile silo, you know, buildings, you know, and you know, you know, buildings or things that can be placed in the world that had part of their names having the words missile silo in them, etc. So when you sit there thinking like, right, okay, that could be, you know, I get a silo can mean a few different things in this, but when it says missile silo, you're pretty much going, right, well that only missile silo only means one thing, doesn't it? And that doesn't mean there's going to be like, you know, actually a missile there or anything you can do with it, but it just means it's probably going to be a missile silo, as the name suggests, somewhere on the map. But that isn't the case here. That simply isn't the case. And it's like, right, okay, I don't believe, I can imagine them not turning certain events on or putting a JSON on the server which like blocks a particular doorway so you can't actually see that there's a doorway there that you can't actually access at the moment because you haven't got an item like a punch card that they haven't spawned in. But yeah, it just seems silly for me. Like, obviously we all know that you need a punch card to get in bunkers normally, don't you? But this one isn't a punch card to get in, it's actually a fucking, you don't need anything to get in the bunker, do you? You just need the glow plug to turn on the generator, to turn on the lights, and to then open some of the doors. I don't know, man. As I say, I get this. If they want to make a big thing of this, they should have just went, right, there's certain things that aren't in it, which we're not going to spoil just yet, but just as an example, there's no toxic zone on the map at the moment. Some toxic items don't spawn, so people don't think it's like an oversight or a bug or anything like that.
They don't do that though. They've never been known to do that. They're always like
they don't want to give
mystery fucking. Right. That's yeah. That goes back on to your other thing. They don't want to reveal like, oh, that's it.
Well, yeah.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Do you remember when they made such a big thing about the Livonia update where they put the bunker in, saying they were made a, you know, big overhaul of the map, blah blah blah. They literally added 2 towns and a bunker, and that was it. The south of the map is literally, you know, was 95% unchanged than, you know, than it was before. And it sat there thinking like, wait a minute here. They added one in the west, they added a bunker in the west, and then they added a town like halfway up on the east. They've not done anything, so it's still like not even a finished map. And this is the thing for me. This is a kind of let's show it off to make people think, oh, because they've allowed people to play it for 2 weeks before, it must be good, otherwise they won't be letting people actually play it. When you're actually watching the streamers play it, the majority of questions they're being asked in their chats and the things they're talking about is, yeah, there must be some stuff missing. There must be some stuff missing. You know, and that's bad PR. That's not good PR. You know, yeah, seeing the what do you call them? The snowstorm, seeing how the snow kicks up when people's running, that's really cool effects, obviously on PC. But we can't prove if that works that well or is even a thing on console because we can't actually test it until they actually, you know, until they actually
to draw.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Though. But admittedly, though, at the same time, I don't know any DayZ streamers who I watch who actually play on console anyway. So I'll only be able to get the answer to some of those console-related questions from other people, probably on Reddit, who play it themselves. And again, you know, they might be on Series S's or whatnot, and obviously they might be saying it's shit, it doesn't work, and that might be the case on Series S, but not on a Series X. I don't know.
We gonna see.
Yeah. I'll check this camo building near the jet ski one. That's coming from your direction, so I assume that's you, isn't it? You're laying some zombies with, yeah.
I'm alright. Yeah. Damn. You should get a little bit more better guns here, but that's alright.
Yeah.
You find any dirt piles?
No, I've been looking, but as I say, I don't seem to be able to sniff them out very well unless, you know, like it's in the prison on Area 42 and literally it's an empty yard with the exception of one big obvious dirt pile that I couldn't have missed even if, you know, like, etc. Yeah. And some of it
pretty
is,
hard to
it really is, like some of the areas are so heavily, got so much like plants and bushes, etc.
Oh, damn, that scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
Wait a minute, can you hear it from all that way away?
Yeah, like 200.
Right, I'm surprised at that. Right, fair enough. Yes, I know it is quite loud in fairness, but dear me, I didn't expect it to be that. Wait a minute, there's another bolt here, isn't there? I realise there's someone else's, right.
Said you saw another boat somewhere?
Yeah, on the end of this jetty, on that end of that jetty you're on the right hand jetty that leads out, you know, like in the T shape. There's another boat there with a cam on it.
See whose it is and what they got.
Yeah.
Smart. He unclaimed it.
See, yeah, so you don't claim it because you don't want people to know. Yeah, I see what you mean. If they see him online, yeah, I see what you mean.
He's smart.
Yeah. So I can turn off my thing, can't I? That's the point. I wish the map would center. Is there a way to tell the map so it always centers around the place you are when you open up the in-game map, or?
If you're in markers, you can always click on yourself.
Yeah, right, okay. Oh, man. But I say I am interested to see what sorts of SACAL servers are going to be available in like the first week, because I'm sure, you know, end of the day, you can make a cool oil rig and you can just basically change the coordinates on it so it can spawn in on a different map and then, you know, pull that in. So I'm quite intrigued to see what people actually do. I mean, certainly people like Happy Bombs, who looks after the Zero servers, he's playing it at the moment. He's got a good idea what he thinks it needs and what he doesn't need, or what he needs more of. So he'll
I was
already
just
be.
watching him. Didn't know
Yeah. Happy
who
Bombs
he
is
was.
the basically the guy who does all the True Colours Dayz events, and also looks after the Zero servers. I don't normally watch him stream, admittedly, but I think it was interesting before to see him for a bit when he was playing with Jinxie, because he was saying about what his thoughts were in terms of, he's already got some ideas about what he'd do for a future True Colours event on it, and it's like, oh cool, right. He's already thinking about it.
Yo, TBS, what's going on? How you doing today, fam? Hope you're having a great day. Here we go. Yeah, that Lou route is pretty fucking quick. I think we were gone for an hour, baby.
Yeah, and as I say, it's good that we've got little places we can go to loot like that, because as I say, I think we're doing the right thing in the last couple of weeks. You know, we've been hitting PvP zones, you know, in force. We've been hitting cots in force. You know, we've been making sure here that we're trying to give ourselves as much of an advantage as possible. And obviously, you know, we're not going to go to cots as a solo more than likely, unless suddenly there was 5 people online and now you're the only person online and the event still spawned, etc. You know what I mean? Right, I'll let you get off, yeah, and I'll reverse back. You know what? That's probably the first time on a boat I've actually done what I intended to do. How would you believe
You
it?
ain't off the boat yet.
Yeah, very, very true. Do you think that's in the zone of it before I get out? Do you think I need to be a
No,
bit
no.
I need to be a bit to the
Right up
right?
here.
Bit to the right,
No,
okay.
no, just straight forward a little bit more.
Straightforward, I can do that.
Z
Bit more.
should be good right there.
Okay, thank you. Well, as I say, you know, obviously I'm sure you will anyway, but like as you find cool Sakal servers on PC, you know, if you do find any of them that are like, you know, the unlimited stamina, you know, modded clothing, all that sort of shit, please let me know, because as I say, if we do find one of them early on, then, you know, I've got no real reason not to buy it. If I can play Sakal in the manner that I want to play it, you know what I mean, where there is obviously unlimited stamina
Right.
and modded clothing, then that's fine. And to be fair, I'm sure Onyx can probably be in the same boat on that as well. I don't think it will take very long to have Sakal servers on a lot of these, you know, of the big like server, you know, Discords, whatever you want to call them. I just wonder, as you know, if they give out the server files early to some of these server owners, which in fairness, they might well have done. It's just they're not allowed to share the stuff, just like Wobo or whatnot, you know, or Happy Bombs. They could already be making stuff for their, you know, the servers or for friend servers or whatnot to make them really cool and unique straight away that we're not aware of right now because they're not allowed to talk about them.
Right. You gotta
So,
keep quiet.
yeah. Because as I say, you want to give Happy Bombs, you know, early access to the server files because he'll literally have the server ready to go on day one. If you give him the help he needs to be able to do it, he will make it. He will make it happen. And obviously his Zero servers are very, very popular. Admittedly though, they're probably not the type of servers I'd play because they are very lightly modded. So they're the ones that the running mans, you know, and a lot of the actual streamers play. Because they like them. Well, there seems to be a very strong breeze going past me there in the shape of bullets, I must say. Yeah?
Messed up your story. Rudely interrupted by a gun
Absolutely, yeah.
destroyer.
It's the only way to shut me up, though, isn't it? 5 bullets at me. Absolutely.
No, no. I was full.
But yeah, I think I
Gonna
don't know.
take a lot more than that to shut me up.
I do wonder though, but as I say, like I'm not. I don't think I can get excited for it on console. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
there'll be cool servers out there which really make heavily modded bits of it, but I'm not sure
Reload
how well
birds.
it's gonna run. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Pineapple's gonna do his thing.
Well, literally, I mean, you know, Pineapple may well do his thing, but this is the thing, like, how many of those players that who haven't played the server for the last 4 months on, you know, let's be frank here, you know, how many of those players are going to come back for a hardcore survival experience when the majority of them are too scared to even go into PvP areas?
Already left for the.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to watch him on this fucking.
It would be because I mean
New...
I honestly don't think it, and I don't think 2 hours will go by from when TLB bring out their Sakal server before, you know, Turbo or what's he fucking called, Postman or whatever, goes and says, "Oh, can you turn the temperature down a bit?" Or can you, you know, I mean, I'm not even joking. You know, like you know, those fuckers will be like, "Wait a minute, oh, this map's really, really cool, looks really, really good, but I don't want to have to keep doing fires every
I'm
10,
big
15
chilling.
minutes, etc." You
Aw,
know,
bro.
as
Trying
I
to get
say,
like
like if
you
they
to go.
honestly bring out a second server, they just literally they should have the ability to spend money taken off them because they're clearly fucking happy to just burn through money to not get any benefit. I mean, the last person to donate, I think, was me back in fucking was it like 6 months ago? Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean I get any special privileges, but no one's playing the server, no one's actually donating, and the players who aren't playing aren't suddenly going to come back for a much harder survival experience when they don't play the one they've already got, which is quite mild, are they? I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening. But as I say though, obviously I re-raised the flags yesterday, didn't I? So if when you want to do the video for it, by all means give us a shout if you want, and I'm with it. So I obviously can help with that. And then, as I say, I think once that's done, whenever that is, of course, then I'm just leaving that Discord
You're
altogether.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't honestly. I know I shouldn't really read the Discord and I should just ignore it, but every time I go in, it's people talking about like, let's play a different server. Does anyone want to play a different server? Or the admin's begging people to turn up for events that no one had any interest in ever doing. You know what I mean? Like that Olympic stuff. They put
You
that
didn't
out
want to
as
do the Olympics fucking
well.
4 months after the Olympics happened?
Well, I mean that's the third event they've done with more than 24 hours notice. This wipe, isn't it, since the beginning of June, which is, obviously ain't good enough.
Oh,
But when you think about,
annoyed.
they did that, they spent all that time doing the Olympics when no one was interested. They then put it on the server 2 weeks in advance. Not a single person said they were interested in it. And then it got to the point of them actually, the day of it, and they were like, we're pushing it back till tomorrow because we've only got 6 players and 4 of them were admins. You know what I mean? So they had 2 people who were interested, or sorry, admins or mods. And then they basically just did it with those 6 people. And it's like those 2 players who joined in, that's the first time they've played the server in months. They've just come back for an event, which is fair enough. But, it's like the server's dead. Stop spending your money on it and wasting money when you can spend it on something a bit more useful to them. And then when you want to come back and actually put effort into the server and do constant PvP events, which is what everybody wants, then do that. But bizarrely though, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but not only has Tex and Turtle rejoined the Discord, but Riding Dirty has as well. So I don't know if they've come back to see if they're doing a new Sakal map or not, or whether it's just, they've had the breakaway. They want to see if the big bad order still on there to raid the bases, etc.
Bring back
But
Pro Kearney.
yeah, well, Pro Kearney, yeah, well, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. At least we'll have a decent fucking person who's PvP. Who isn't one of us anyway, on the server. But as I say,
He
yeah.
didn't leave his base either for fucking. Oh, I can't remember if he did or not.
Well, as I say, he only left the base Riding Dirty built just to go to the Ori because it was right outside it, man. Like he's the only guy who hit the Ori more than I did, literally, that time. But as I say, I can't. I know. I don't believe for a second that all the other members of the faction who haven't played it for at least 3 months are suddenly going to be like, oh, let's jump on and defend the base, or let's jump on to see what's going on, or to start playing it again when they've not played it for 3 months. You know what I mean?
Little mission.
I, I,
If you're out, it's gonna be a solo mission. I'm gonna be there by myself.
well, this is the thing though. But as I say, like if there's 10 people in the faction, and there's only 2 of us who've actually played the server more than once. Well, no, Rise has played it twice. So let's say 2 of us who've played it more than twice in the last 3 months, which is fair enough. I get why people don't want to play it. I get why I've stopped playing, but I don't see, like, yeah, if someone turns up at a base and I want to shoot them, stop them getting in, like you've said, I get that. That's why I'm still on the Discord. But at the same time, because it's going to take 45 days for the base to despawn, because they obviously lied about how long it was, when the flag wasn't there. You basically 14 days, then plus 45. I don't want to be sat there for another, what would it be, 2 and a
Two,
bit
3 months.
months. You know what I mean? And this is the thing, isn't it? If they don't wipe the servers, then people aren't playing anyway. So why don't they just wipe the servers? But again, we'll see what they do anyway. But yeah, if you want to do the video, obviously just let me know. Otherwise, I need to get going. So you have a good day, and I'll speak to you later.
All right, brother.
See you in a bit. Bye bye.
I will talk to you soon.
In a bit. Bye bye.
Yeah. 45 minutes, around an hour. Hey
What's up?
yo, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I ain't heard of that Vis guy before. Is he like a COD streamer or is he?
Oh, you've never heard of him? He plays shooters. Been around a long time. Plays with fucking Cloaksy and uh Tifu and fucking everybody else.
Hmm.
Good for Doc though. Yeah, somebody's fucking
Yeah, dude, that would suck.
yeah.
Especially just allegations ruin your career and then it's fucking.
Mhm. I won't be long, man. They'll all get. The only person I don't see him streaming with probably will be fucking Nick Merckx. I don't think just because of all the shit he said.
They
You
all
know,
said. Other than, I don't know if Tim said really
Tim
much
didn't say
anything.
nothing
He
bad.
was kind of crying and tore
Yeah,
up a little bit about it, but
yeah, but he didn't go and knock Doc for fucking 3 videos in a row. You know, Nick just kind of jumped on that fucking bash Doc bandwagon and went with it for content. And
I think it's more the thought of it. He can't fuck with that shit because he's got a wife and kids, you know?
yeah, oh, I
Even if
get it,
it true or false. If the
get it.
allegations were true or false, you know?
Yeah,
But I can't talk on that because I don't have a kid, you know? I don't.
yeah. I'm not talking about the stuff he said about that. I'm talking about all the. You probably didn't see his videos, man. He's calling Doc fucking retarded and fake and fucking. I don't know. It was weird, man. He just like went on this fucking tirade knocking the guy for I don't know why. It's weird. He even got called
Piss off.
out when he went on that podcast. That podcast he did a few weeks ago. They called him out on it and were asking him like, why the hell did you do that?
Why the fuck not? He's getting
Money, yeah. No, he
fucking.
said it. He flat out said it. He's like, fuck, money's money, man. You know, that's like I said
And
when
that
they
shit is
all
weird.
when they
If you
all
came to
knocked
me and said that shit, I would be like, what the fuck, bro?
right.
Or if
Yeah.
anyone, I guess, anyone from the group said that, I'd be like,
Yeah. Mhm. And I mean, in all fairness, I mean, I'm not saying that.
right, it's extra baggage. Yeah. Thank you for the